Our third party and independent candidates that are represented here today represent the majority opinion of the American people for full Medicare for everybody that will save lives and prevent disease and illness and injuries, which all other Western countries have. They represent the need for a living wage, which other Western European countries have. They represent majority opinion to cut out the huge waste and corruption of corporate contracting that is performing government functions in a disgracefully wasteful and subversive manner, to wit the contractors in Iraq, Halliburton, Blackwater, KBR. A majority of Americans want to clean up that tax law, that grotesque system that shifts the tax burden to people of modest income and allows tax escapees in corporate form to go to the Bahamas or other tax havens. A majority of the American people do not want our highways owned by corporations. They do not want our prisons owned by corporations. The majority of the American people want open debates. A majority of American people want out of Iraq. A majority of Jewish Americans and Arab Americans want a two-state solution between the Palestinian and Israeli people. And a majority of Israeli people and Palestinian people want the same. But that's not what the two parties want. They're opposing or ignoring all these and many issues that we should have remedied and resolved years and decades ago. We are behind Western Europe and Canada. We are not members of the first world, or the second world, or the third world. We're the leaders of the fourth world, namely, rich country, poor people. And so we are asking together, all of us, those who couldn't make it today for a variety of important reasons, illness, and the people you've just heard, Cindy Sheehan, the courageous unfurler of the banner of peace, the woman and mother who was not afraid to talk about waging a muscular peace, who took on the militarists and the Rush Limbaughs and the doubters and the crawlers in Crawford, Texas, and let her voice be heard. Thanks first to some pioneering media. We see Brooke Smith, who comes off a very popular show, Grey's Anatomy. That takes courage in our country. Hollywood is very vindictive. It's very exclusionary when it comes to politics. It's very politically bigoted for all its championing free speech in the arts and the theater against the rights of third parties and independent candidates. Our hats off to you, Brooke Smith. Rosa Clemente, who is on the vice presidential ticket, graduate of Cornell, who knows firsthand what the problems of low-income people are and what needs to be done. Who knows how her own forebears in Puerto Rico were treated, colonized, and most recently corporatized. The Nader Gonzalez campaign is coming in without the benefit of any mass media at 6, 7, 8% in the recent CNN polls. That's so 10, 11 million eligible voters. If we were ever on the debates, the major presidential debates, we would have a three-way race. Because tens of millions of Americans have not even been told by the networks, by the Sunday cable shows, and others that we're even in the race. And so I want to thank you all for coming this evening to our rally. And I want to also urge that you not just free speech TV, not just some of the indie media, but the mainstream media, to ponder one paradox. And that is that the mainstream media has been reporting regularly the corporate crime wave, from Enron to Wall Street. It reports consumer ripoffs. It reports hazards to workers in occupational settings. It reports the ripoff of taxpayers. You've seen them on 60 Minutes, on the program segment It's Your Money on ABC. But their reporters somehow leave their clippings and video segments back at the office when they go and confront the two major candidates and never ask them the questions. What is your proposal to crack down and prevent corporate crime, fraud, and abuse against pensions and consumers and tenants and patients and workers? They never ask, what is your proposal to remove the taxpayer burdens known as corporate welfare subsidies, handouts, giveaways, bailout of crooks in Wall Street? They never ask, although they document in their reporting, the bloated, wasteful military budget, which can be substantially cut for a more lean defense, and the savings poured back into the public works in this country, so that not just stadiums are gleaming on the backs of taxpayers, but schools, clinics, public transit systems, public buildings, libraries, and drinking water systems are upgraded in accordance with the necessities documented by the American Society of Civil Engineers, creating good paying jobs in local communities that can never be exported to China. Thank you very much.